Hi, my name is Erin Furey. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I'm the Associate Director of the LGBTQA and Social Justice Center at Pace University, and I teach social work at the Columbia University School of Social Work. I believe channeling kindness is very important in a college environment for several reasons. I think the first is that students come to a college environment and it could be culture shock, it could be change, you might not know anyone. And so I think if you can be that person to extend a friendly face or be kind or welcoming or engaging to someone, even if they don't know you, you can really make a difference for someone. You can sort of call them in and make a connection. I also think it's so important, particularly for marginalized students. The outside world isn't necessarily ready to tell you how wonderful you are. And so I think it's so important that we hold space for each other that affirms folks. You know, particularly on a college campus, students are testing out new identities and they're changing and they're growing. So I always find it's really important to provide a space for college students where they can be affirmed, where they can be loved, you know, and where they can be told you matter. I also think frequently about that saying that, you know, everyone's fighting a battle you know nothing about. And so I even think with students, right, you don't know what's going on in a student's life. I can be the person who's kind to them or at least give them a moment of solace or a moment of affirmation amidst a lot of chaos. You know, I think that that's a great thing. And the most important reason why I think it's important to instill kindness on a college campus is because kindness is contagious. I think when you start to lead with love and when you're kind to the folks around you, other people say, I kind of want to be like that too. When I speak or when I perform or when I'm talking in groups of people, I very frequently will bring up some of the challenges that I had growing up. So I grew up in a home where my father was addicted to substances and still is. I had an eating disorder. I grew up in a lot of poverty. And I talk about those challenges because I think particularly for women and marginalized people, we're told not to talk about those things. And then we become ashamed of those things. And then those things become stuff that holds us back. So I really openly talk about the experiences I've had, and I find that that becomes empowering too, because if I say to a group of people, hey, I had an eating disorder and I'm going to talk about it, you can talk about it too, then we begin to heal. If we look at ourselves as survivors or strong folks or folks who have gone through challenges, it can be much more empowering. So I think one of the things I'm always thinking about in terms of how my job allows me to empower others is that is a gift. I think I sit in a place where I get to meet a lot of different young people and I get to hear a lot of really different stories. And I always look at that as a gift. Whenever a young person shares something really important with me, I'll say thank you. And so I think about that sort of in terms of empowering others is I'm always really thankful for what people share with me. But also in terms of empowering others, what's really important to me and something that I really believe, and I think it's why I ended up in social work, is I truly believe every single human being has strengths and talents that they can use to either help themselves get through their day or achieve career and academic goals. And so for me, it's always really important, particularly in people who don't see their strengths or their talents, to point out their wonderfulness and use that to empower them and then hopefully allow folks to empower each other. So I think I intentionally chose a career where I would be empowering folks.
Erin was my advisor for the Leadership Engagement Action Program. Our students are paired with a mentor, and it's really supposed to help you get acclimated and aware of the resources at Pace. And Erin definitely did that. When I went to her office, she made me feel affirmed, and like she just fills you with a lot of compliments and stuff like that, and really just makes you feel confident to just go out and try different things.
Hi, my name is Jen Crespo, and I work at the Office for Student Success at Pace University, downtown Manhattan. So I know Erin Furey because she's my colleague, but she's also a personal friend. So I get to work with her on various projects, such as our Leadership and Engagement and Action Program. She serves as one of our mentors. So she's a really great colleague to have. She's somebody I look up to as a colleague, and I tell her that all the time. And she's definitely someone who channels kindness with students and faculty and staff alike. So example, today our office handles commencement, so it's really busy time of year for us. So she emailed me and said, hey, I saw you on the homepage, just wanted to reach out. I heard you're crazy busy, just wanted to send you some love. So that's something little, but it goes a really long way of showing that she cares about others.